Hey mathematicians, let's do your homework. Okay, so this is the homework for comparing and ordering integers like we learned today. The first problem says that the chart below shows the change in students' mile time in PE, because you have to run the mile, from August to May. List the changes in order from best to worst. So we need to actually think about this because when we're talking about running, best means that you are the fastest or you've improved the most. So we want the biggest change for best. And worst means that you actually got slower, you added time. So best here is going to actually be negative because she is 243 seconds faster in May than she was in August. So that's actually the best time. Let's see, it says list the changes. So I'm actually going to make a list of numbers, not names. If you make names, that's okay. That is the best change because she has improved the most. Next up, what's the best change to get faster by 79 seconds or faster by 18 seconds? It's more impressive if you are faster by 79 seconds than improving by 18 seconds. Then we're going to say, what's the worst option? Oh, you added 12 seconds to your time? That's not great. And in the middle, there goes 3. So notice that I just kind of cross them off the list when I'm done with them to make sure I've used every single number that I have to. All right, next problem. Determine, that means figure out, whether the statements below are true or false. If the words greater than and less than are more helpful to you, that's great. If the symbols are more helpful to you, then I don't even look at the numbers yet. I just go through and I say greater than, less than, greater than. And then you can check those statements that way. I'll model one and then you try the rest. Negative 45 is greater than negative 23. Now, remember that if we had a number line, negative 45 would be somewhere over here. Negative 23, 0 would be somewhere over here. The rule is that whatever number is on the right on the number line, that's the bigger number. So is it true that this is on the right and therefore the bigger number, the greater than number? No, that one's actually less than. Negative 45, the true statement there would be is less than negative 23. Another way to think about this is it really, I think greater is like better. Is it really greater to have to pay someone, to owe someone $45, because that's what a negative 45 could be, versus owing them 23? It's not actually better to have to pay someone $45. It's better to have to only pay 23. You're still paying money, but at least you're not paying as much. So think about it like that when you go through the rest of them. You're telling me true or false. All right, for this one, we really need to watch out for our directions in our orders. This one says go from greatest to least. This one says least to greatest. So greatest to least means you're starting with the biggest number, which is usually the most positive. Biggest. Look how I made a biggest out of that positive sign. And a negative sign, least. There we go. All right, so the biggest number here is actually our biggest positive. That's 10. So again, I'm going to cross it off when I'm done with it to make sure I'm using every single number, because that was the most common mistake I saw today on our exit ticket, is people forgot that there were numbers in this list. The next biggest number is 4. Then 3. Then you finish the list from there. Same deal on the other side. Least means you're starting with the most negative. So I'm only looking at the negatives to start with. Which of those is the worst option? Paying someone $27 or paying someone $102? I think I know which one it is. So that's when you would start your list with. And then you cross it off and you keep going. All right, on the back side of the paper, Mr. Ramirez asked his students to put a given list of temperatures in order from, I'm going to underline this part, coldest to warmest. Coldest temperatures could be the super negative ones. Warmest could be pretty high positives, depending on the set. Which student is correct? For 3 students that are incorrect, that means there's only one person who got it right, write out what you would tell them to help them understand their mistake. So, is this list going from coldest to, wait a minute, already I'm stopping. Is negative 14 really warmer than negative 11? I don't know about that. I think that might be our mistake right there. So I can stop checking the list when I know that it's wrong. Suzette is wrong. The first thing I'm going to do is find the person who's right, and then I'll go back and talk to Suzette about what's wrong. 16, 8. Okay, so you can see that Tom and Suzette actually got different lists. 16 is the coldest, then 8 is warmer, then 0 is warmer, then -9 is warmer. No, Tom, I don't agree with that. -14, -28. Wait, we're supposed to be getting warmer as we go. Same issue. That is not warmer than that. Let's just double check Diane. -3, that's cold. 0, that's warmer. 4 is warmer. 10 is even warmer. Good job, Diane. I like to do my hundreds with a little smiley face. Nice. Now we're not done. If you turn this in, this is not getting you credit. The second step in the directions is tell these 3 kids, Jack, Suzette, and Tom, why they're wrong. So let's see. You can point out that these 2 people put numbers in the wrong order. Maybe you want to explain to them about how numbers that look like they're more negative are actually smaller. Tom actually has a different thing that's wrong with his. See if you can figure out what's wrong with Tom's, because Tom understands how to order numbers. He just didn't read the directions. So I expect a sentence for each Suzette, Tom, and Jack explaining why they're wrong. Diane does not need a sentence explaining why she's right. You can just give her the smiley face or the check or something like that. Last one. Ooh, it's a multiple choice. Oh, and it's not the last one. Never mind. Next one. Which list shows integers that are not in order from least to greatest? That means that 3 of the lists are in order, and you're looking for the one where there's a mistake. So you find the mistake in that order. Remember that if you need to sketch yourself a number line to help you, you can. 0's in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, however far you need to go. And then make sure that you're reading them in this direction. None of this jumping around. First I picked this number, then I picked this number, then I picked this number. That would not be the right answer. That would actually be the right answer because it's not in order. Okay, this really is our last one. If A is less than B, what must be true about -A and -B? Oh, we literally did this question in class, so I hope you remember. A and B. A is less than B. The opposite of A, the opposite of B. What symbol are you going to use for right there? Then you're going to prove it on a number line. Justify means prove it. So my way of proving it would be actually to pick a number for A. Be like, okay, this is my number A and it's really 13. And this is my number B and it's really 20. And then show me what those opposites look like. This can support your answer for proving why you choose whatever symbol you choose to go right here. And we're done with our homework. See you tomorrow.